Alright, let's take a look at what you get. So I guess I'll start with the little cups. So they do sit together. They come with these extra rubber gaskets so that you've got something super hot in here. It helps you hold on to it. I think I will just ditch these because you can't keep it on there and have it stacked, and I just don't want to mess with it. What I do is I just always have gloves or a rag or just my sleeve, and I hold on to whatever hot cup I have that way. So I might just get rid of these. I love the ladle. I've wanted a ladle, and so I was really excited about this, but the problem is, even completely secured, the handle flops. I can't rely on this way, and it's designed to be able to be taken apart, of course, but the problem is, alright, you take it apart so that you can pack it and it's compact and everything, but then when you put it together, you can't trust it. You can't rely on it. It's gonna just flop on you. So I could take an extra measure of, oh goodness, I could take an extra measure of adding wire or tape or something, but then it's going to have to stay in place. It's going to have to stay formed, and then it's not going to fit. So I don't know what my plan is for this yet. Kind of disappointed in that. Not a great design. The stir, I mean, come on. It'll do, but yeah, I'd almost just use this to start a fire and then use a stick to stir my food. This is not that helpful. This, however, you get 2 sets of utensils that I like. It's the same kind of idea as the ladle, where it folds out so that you have a full handle. And once it folds out, you want to lock it in place. And that's fine. That will work. That will keep it from, well, see, even that's not, it's not, but it'll do. That's okay. And you can use the spoon, you can use this spoon just as well, if not better, to cook and stir and do whatever you gotta do. You also get a little butter knife. I suppose you could sharpen that up if you really wanted to, and have it be also a cutting tool, but either way, you got a butter knife. So you get two sets of utensils. The top is Velcro, but when the utensils are in there, you don't get to close all of the Velcro. It's only partial, but hey, it works. It's as small and compact as possible. You've got built-in little strings. You can have it hanging in your kitchen, your camp kitchen, whatever. I have wanted a camp kettle for a long time, and I knew this wouldn't be super expensive, but I mean, I'm glad it doesn't have a seam per se, because seams are where rust tends to get started and get in. The lid being so loose is a problem though, because let's say you're trying to get the last of your liquid out, your lid is going to go flying. So the lid is loose. That's not super great, but having a funnel and a handle, well, the spigot, whatever you want to call it, that's a good feature to have, instead of just having a pot that you got to pour, you've got your pot that you've got to pour. So I wish the handle wasn't so much plastic. I've got to make sure that stays away from the heat, and the lid that plastic part has to stay away from the heat. But this is pretty standard. You've got your fold-out handle so that you've got something to hang on to. It's, it's okay. It'll work. It's got some texture here, actually, to keep the handles from sliding all over the place. That's pretty nice. The lid for the pot will also work for the pan, depending on what you're trying to accomplish. The lid is also kind of recessed, so if you wanted to, you could use this as a pretty good bowl or plate. Like, I feel like that would be one of my go-to utensils for that. So this also has the handles on it. This is not something that I would want to cook on long term with this finish, but it'll do for emergencies. This is definitely going to be like an emergency kit setup, because it's got all of the basics, comes with a little sponge even, and it does pack together pretty good, especially if I ditch the stuff that doesn't really work. I'm going to ditch this. This didn't fit inside the kettle anyway. This was outside in the box. You got a little carabiner, which, okay, that's nice, you know. You can never have too many of those, I guess. So there you have it. That's the kit. You get to decide if the amount of money they're asking for is worth it for you.
The eggs still stuck in the pan, and we have scrubbed it with the scrubber it came with, and a different scrubber, and it is still caked with egg.